What's up, guys? It's Sebastian Stage 1 here. I'm back with more Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time we did a few paralogs, and now we're doing a few more. So we're gonna do True Chivalry because this one's due in 524. This one's due 222. You can see we're on 125. It's literally due next month. So let's just fucking do it.
There you are. I was looking for you. I need a favor.
You want to spar, right?
No. This is more serious. My father sent a messenger. He wants me to return to Fraldaria's territory.
Your father?
Rodriga Shiel Fraldarius, the highest-ranking member of the Fargus nobility. But about the favor. You're familiar with the tragedy of Dusker, I presume?
I can't recall.
Warriors from Dusker killed King Lambert of Fargus. After the king's death, public order disintegrated. Bandits continue to raid villages across the kingdom, including those within Fraldaria's territory. My father says he needs my help driving the bandits away.
And you want me to join?
Precisely. Good guess. Perhaps I shouldn't pull you into this. It stems from my family's failure to secure the region. But honestly, I want to see you in action. I never tire of watching you fight. And it'll be much more interesting for you than the training ground. Or maybe this task, driving off bandits, seems dull to a former mercenary? Excellent. While I'm at it, I have a second favor to ask of you. Could you recruit more fighters? I bet there will be willing volunteers if you're the one inviting them. I'll set off on my own and meet up with you there.
Welcome. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. 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 Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Struggling to defeat some bandits? What a pathetic old man my father is. Some villagers are trapped. Let's help them escape.
Felix, my son, you finally brought reinforcements.
Okay.
Stay focused.
Ready. You weren't ready.
Ready anytime.
Who, me? Let's get to it.
Oh, I forgot to change your class. Fuck.
Ready and willing.
Who, me?
I'll go.
Leave it to me. Let us away.
I got this.
My moment has arrived. Never underestimate an outsider.
That helps.
I get things done. Prepare yourself. It's time. What's wrong? Get out of here! Should have trained better. Better.
Everything will be fine. Good people of this hamlet, escape while you can.
I put in some work. Apologies. You were outmatched. I'll keep it simple. How do you like that?
Thank you! Time for seconds! Strength in action.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think carefully.
I just worked harder. Did that suffice?
Weakling. That should put a stop to their reinforcements.
fought well.
The stronghold is ours. No more bandits should come crawling out of here.
Don't.
She might die.
Let's go.
Or she can handle it.
Sorry, did I hurt you?
Let the lesson begin! Each battle, a chance to grow.
You lost to me?
Should I have held back?
That should do it. We've chased those ruffians away for good.
Thank you so much for your assistance. Please, accept this small gift as thanks.
Ooh. I need to actually check if that works for me.
We are grateful for your help. I doubt those bandits will stop anytime soon, but at least this village is safe. This village was important to the late king. If we hadn't saved it, I wouldn't have been able to face His Majesty.
How foolish.
Pardon?
We were protecting your subjects, not your ego. I don't give a damn as to whether you can bring yourself to face a dead king.
I will not tolerate such language from you.
I came here to hone my blade and to save innocent people. I suppose if I had died, you would say the same thing you did after Glenn's death. He died like a true knight. I have nothing more to say. I'm going back.
I'm sorry you had to see that. He's been that way for 4 years now. I don't suppose you'd care to hear about it.
Tell me.
I lost a son in the tragedy of Dusker. Felix's older brother, Glenn. To this day, I'm proud of Glenn. He gave his life to protect Prince Dimitri. If he had abandoned His Highness and fled, I don't know that I could have forgiven him. I would have been deeply ashamed. But no one would have been more ashamed than Glenn himself. It was in his nature to be noble and true. As a knight serving the royal family, his duty was to be loyal to the end, even if it meant his life. If he had abandoned that duty and survived the incident, there's no way he could have lived on in peace. Felix can't understand that. He's young and foolish. Of course, I understand his sentiment, to some extent. It all comes down to, well, a difference of opinion.
I understand them as
So that's how you feel about it. How fortunate Felix is to have met someone like you. There's nothing as heartening as having someone around who really understands you. He's an odd boy, thick-headed in some ways, but he's my son all the same. I'm glad he has you to look after him.
My thank you so much. Thanks so much. I have gratitude. I am grateful.
Teach. Tomas, Solon and his lackeys. Their whereabouts have been discovered. Apparently they're lurking in the sealed forest, not too far from the monastery. Rhea has called back all of the knights who were out searching to round them up. Seems like it could take some time for them to make it back here, but she didn't ask for our help.
why keep.
Perhaps to prevent you running headfirst toward revenge? It's only natural that you would leap at the chance for it. Anyone would.
No, I will not allow it.
This discovery comes just when the knights are at their busiest. It is all too likely that our foes revealed themselves to lure you out there. They are the ones who took Geralt from you. I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
Can't stop me.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly. I ask that you leave this to us. Losing you so soon after losing Geralt would be unbearable.
Listen, Rhea, Lady Rhea, this move is the most strategic. The military strategy I'm devising will soon echo across Fodlan's history. I'm sure of it. Just think about it. Most of the knights are still far away, and we can't afford to have Sedith and friends abandon the monastery. So the only person who can take action now also happens to be our best commander. It's Teach, and wherever Teach leads, we'll follow. And since you've taught us that this sort of thing is always a possibility, we're already prepared for battle. We can buy the knights more time, not for revenge, but for a defensive attack on behalf of the monastery.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy? Understood. I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest. You have the protection of the goddess on your side. Whatever happens, you shall overcome.
We have our orders, Teach. Now all that's left is to pull out a miracle.
Okay, reclass Leone. I gotta remember to do that. Marketplace, battalion, replenish, yep. Oh, they have an A support now. Did I unlock an A support with her? Oh, I can't use it, can I? Yeah, only he can use it.
I'll need to make some adjustments.
Alright, let's go.
My thank you so much.
The sealed forest is up ahead. Visibility is awful there, so everyone needs to be extra cautious.
You seem to know a lot about it. It is just a forest, isn't it?
Have you been there too? Oh, never mind. Listen, just like I told the Archbishop, this is not a war of vengeance. It's a riddle, so to speak. Those guys are undoubtedly planning something terrible. We need some kind of clue as to what. The attack on the Holy Mausoleum, Flayn's kidnapping, that foul business in Remire, the demonic beasts at the chapel. It can't go on. We need to figure out their objective and stop them from achieving it. That's our mission.
So we have our mission now. We had better not fail.
It is a difficult task, but we will succeed. It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
An enemy whose objective you don't understand is a frightening prospect.
We're gonna destroy him. It's our mission!
I will have my revenge, whatever it takes. On that, I will never budge. Leonie, you will have what you seek.
I'll admit, vengeance sounds pretty nice, but don't forget that we're here for information. Luckily, we can easily find what we're looking for while getting revenge for Gerald. Right, Teach?
We are going to rip Solon's neck off his body.
Thank you.
And I'm going to do it with my sword. I will not hold back. The sword of the creator is going through his neck.
I am grateful. Thanks.
Ah, we got monsters to deal with. And chests. Something's gonna pop over there. Two monsters. I don't need to be special. There's Monica. If she really is Monica. Probably a fucking fake name, let's be honest. Let's go.
How kind of them to welcome us with some demonic beasts. They're not playing around.
Hello, you're here! Welcome to the Forest of Death! My name is Kranya. This weakling girl was just a borrowed look for me. This is what I really look like. Now, you vermin, I'll take down every last one of you.
I just called that. I will 100% say I called that. Alright. Flane, you're gonna go with this group. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Ready and willing.
Who, me?
She's about to hit A+.
Stay focused.
No, I don't want to push him away.
Who, me? Let's get to it. Leave it to me.
I got this.
Ready.
Let us away.
Ready anytime.
If this takes too long, I might be forced to escape. Oh, or do you simply intend to let me go? How accommodating of you. As for me, I intend to kill you all.
Another one down.
Nice try.
no hesitation.
You lost to me? That's the spirit! Can't...
Perfect.
So nice of you. I wonder... I just worked harder. Perfect.
I actually won!
Oh, that's bad. She's within range of the archer no matter what.
That's it.
Hey, thanks.
You were outmatched. I have... Of course I won.
I think we found our MVP here. Oof.
This is what I do.
I'm a bit uneasy.
heartless.
Thank you.
I'm all sweaty. Ow. This is my favorite part. I just
Yeah,
worked
MVP.
harder.
Ready anytime.
Sorry.
Monica, you'll pay for what you've done.
I told you! I am not Monica. I am Kranya! Do not call me by that fake name.
I don't care what you're called. I don't care if it takes my last breath. I'll kill you.
Please. My powers are beyond your comprehension. You're just a filthy worm. Obvious!
Thank you. helps.
Whoops, I skipped her dialogue there. Yeah, one more turn.
Why me? They... Nice try.
Too slow.
Yeah, you're gonna get chopped with this.
You're a fool to be so brazen. You'll never avenge your father at this rate. I'll have to kill you too, with my own hands. But how? How could I really lose? To a lonely creature like you?
Well,
Solon, don't just stand there and stare. I need your help.
yes, you most certainly do.
Huh?
Have no fear, Kranya. Your sacrifice will help to rid this world of the filthy vermin that have long infested it. unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Please, help me.
Be gone with you, Fellstar.
What was that? Where did you go, Professor?
They were swallowed by the mystical darkness of the forbidden spell. An eternity wandering in a void of nothingness, never to return to this world. To think, we almost had the sword of the Creator.
I don't believe anything you say. Our professor is still alive. That's right. Our professor is no ordinary human.
I refuse to believe that Teach would die in a place like this.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death. Drifting through the darkness with no chance of escape, overwhelmed with hopelessness. It must be torturous.
Hey, all I hear is good news. Teach is still alive. And if that's true, then there's only one thing to do. Defeat you while we wait for Teach's triumphant return.
Prepare yourself. We will avenge our leader here and now.
How trite. But if you wish for pain, I shall oblige. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
You fool! What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? Are you just a boulder that rolls down whatever hill it's on? No, even a boulder has more sense.
I'm sorry?
Apologizing won't make things right! This darkness is terrifying! As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. But please consider this. This realm of darkness we are in is separate from the world from which you came. I mean that it would take a god to leave this place. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice.
What's the choice?
Do you recall your father's diary? He said you were a child who never cried nor laughed. I think I am the one to blame. I must have been asleep, but even then, I feel I was a part of you. I do not know how Rhea managed it, but she allowed me to exist inside of you. The truth is, I have always been with you. It is within you that I found my power yet again. The power of a goddess. The power of the progenitor god. My name is Sothis. By now, you must be well aware of what that means. I am the one who watches over Fodlan and the creatures dwelling there. I am Sothis, she who died and then returned.
Somehow, I know it to be true.
There is but one thing left to do to save us from this darkness of eternity. I must now use the power of a god. However, I lack a body of my own, and so I must relinquish all the power that I have to you. The time has come for you and I to join as one. And when that comes to pass, then I shall disappear.
Disappear?
When I say disappear, I do not mean that all I am will be no more. My soul will join with yours, and you and I will never be apart. But I will no longer have the chance to speak with you. I shall miss it. So long have I been on this path with you. Through you, I got to see and hear this world. I even got to chastise you from time to time. I may not have acted like a goddess, but it was certainly fun. For all that you have done, thank you. I'm glad that it was you to whom my fate was bound.
Thank you for everything.
Now, we must pray. For if we share this wish, our spirits too will join as one. Your wish is to return to the forest, stop the enemy, and rescue the little ones. No need for words. I know your heart as though it were my own. Your will and mine are now as one. Both sides of time are revealed to you, and you alone. You know I am the beginning. What shall you do?
So the Fellstar consumes even the darkness itself.
Teach. You are Teach, right? I always believed in you. I knew you could cut your way out of anything. Let's go ahead and take down Solon, and then we can reflect on what happened.
What did you see in the darkness of Zaharas? This should be impossible. The only being that can withstand that darkness is... Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
True power. Sublime Sword of the Creator. Whoa.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Gotta...
Hey, thanks. Plenty more where that came from.
I hit the wrong button.
Ready anytime.
Yeah, I'm not accepting that.
Ready. Let's try.
Who, me?
Wasn't a waste of time because I got to level up.
Ready and willing. Don't hold this against me, okay? Thanks.
Leave it to me. Yeah. Yeah. Who, me?
This'll take some strategy.
I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh. And no parts.
get to it. No! How do you like that?
Stay focused.
Let us away. Ha!
Much needed.
A plus.
It's over. As expected.
That was amazing.
Shall we dance? Never underestimate an outsider.
Not bad. This is what I do.
I got this.
It was a good try.
Thanks. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want you to get the kill.
I am terrified by you. Even though an emotion like fear has no place inside me, that means you must be.
I guess it skipped it.
To think that I would lose to mere beasts. But this is not the end. Tullus will carry out our mission somehow.
I guess this is still far from over.
Thank you so much.
Teach! We won! I'll be honest, when I lost sight of you, I broke into a cold sweat. But Gerald's killer is dead. All's well that ends well.
True.
You're kidding, right? I understood putting it off while we were in battle, but now that it's over, just go ahead and spit it out. That hair, those eyes, that unfathomable power. What happened out there?
I will tell you.
You mean to tell me that an entity who claims to be the goddess was living in your mind? And it's been that way since you were a baby? And this goddess entrusted all of her goddess-like power to you and then vanished. It's a difficult story to swallow, Teach. But the way you look now, I guess I've got no choice but to believe it. How could something like that happen? There must be a clue in Gerald's diary. If you believe the diary, there's a high possibility that Rhea did something to you when you were born. That's likely when all this began. What in the world happened to you as a baby? And what was Rhea after? Teach! What's the matter? Did you trip or... Wait. Are you sleeping? This must be an effect of the goddess's power. I wonder if Teach's body can handle the strain. Think, Claude. What now? Should I carry him on my back? Easier said than done.
In time's flow, see the glow of flames ever burning bright on the swift rivers drift, broken memories alight.
Professor, you must remain still.
What happened?
Everything is all right. There is no need to worry. Those who are trying to harm you are far away. How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever. I wish I could hold on to this time we have stolen, that you and I could create a world without end. I have heard whispers of what happened to you. Your appearance. You have received power from the goddess. From the moment you took hold of the sword of the Creator, I prayed that one day the radiant power of Sothis, which bathes Fodlan in its celestial light, might reside within you. But you are so much more than the light. You are my... Close your eyes, dear one. Sleep just a while longer. I will be watching over you, always, always and forever.
Does it touch creepy?
Part 1. White Clouds. Pegasus Moon. Throne of Knowledge. The northern lands are enveloped in a bitter cold, and frigid winds are carried across the sea to the south of Adrestia. When feather-white snow falls on Fodlan's locket, the fort looks as delicate as a pearl. However, beneath that snowy blanket, her throat is more treacherous than ever.
Even our little sprite updated too. So does this mean we'll never see Sothis anymore?
Rhea, please, talk to me. What are you hiding? What is the meaning of how that one looks? It is almost as though...
As I said, there is nothing of which to speak, for now. At the end of this month...
I read Gerald's diary. I happened upon it in his room.
What?
In it, he stated the reason for his departure. The baby, thought to have died in the fire, has returned to us. Gerald realized that you had done something to the child and decided to flee. What did you do to that baby, Rhea? Nothing questionable, I should hope.
Saideth enough. They will be here shortly. No more, I beg of you. I will take our dear professor to the Holy Tomb. There, I should be able to see our dearest wishes to fruition. When I was young, I heard her voice there. I'm sure of it. You may enter. I have been awaiting your arrival, Professor. Now that you have received sacred power from the goddess, there is somewhere you must pay a visit to at once. You must go to the Holy Tomb so that you may receive a divine revelation from the goddess.
The Holy Tomb?
The Holy Tomb is where the goddess sleeps. This monastery was originally built for the purpose of protecting that hallowed temple.
Only a select few know of it, but there is a legend about Seros and the Holy Tomb. Saint Seros, the first soul to be gifted power from the goddess, received her revelation there. She was told that it was her sacred duty to save the people of Fodlan, and that she must use her power wisely in order to lead them. The words that were handed down to Seros from the goddess will likely fall upon your ears as well.
Prepare yourself to go at once. There, may you find out why you were blessed with such power.
There will be a ceremony at the Holy Tomb. It is then that you will receive the goddess's revelation. You may share this mission with your students.
Do you think it's wise to bring them?
It is said that when Seros received the revelation, she had holy warriors by her side protecting her. Your students, who have followed you and fought alongside you through the darkest of times, are well suited to stand by you for the ceremony. Of course, as the leader of the Church of Seros, I will be by your side as well.
Isn't that too dangerous to have you by me?
The Holy Tomb is a sacred temple that is sealed off from the rest of the world. There is nothing to fear. Even if something were to happen, I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Much has changed, but your duty has not wavered. Steel your mind for the ceremony and prepare your students well.
Rhea and Sedith were not their usual selves. What happened to Teach that's questionable? And what really awaits at the Holy Tomb? The way they were acting, I don't think they have any plans of sharing that information.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Enlightened one class.
A new path to tread.
I want to finish Hero first. Hey, it's my birthday. Good, it's still on. Oh, now it needs 3. Fuck. Alright. Let's explore the monastery. I can't hear Sothis' voice anymore. Alright, so we are in Pegasus mode.
You look so different. You're still our professor in there, right? Did anything else change besides your hair and eyes? Are your arms bigger? How do your abs look?
I haven't changed that much.
That's disappointing. What's even the point?
Is that you, Professor? Sorry. I'm really not feeling well this month. Even leaving my room for dinner is just too much. It's got nothing to do with your, changes. So, don't open the door, please.
Yes? So, this month's mission is to take part in a ritual at the Holy Tomb, where you will receive a revelation from the goddess herself. What if she really appears? What if I finally get to gaze upon her radiance? I've always imagined the goddess, how beautiful she must be.
I can't even imagine what it must be like inside the Holy Tomb.
I don't know either.
It's probably a grave, that much is for sure. And it's likely underground. Beyond that, who knows? I can't help but wonder, though, just what kind of ritual is this?
I just banged my hand on my table and you heard that. Oops. You know, I should mute when I'm talking to people. Oh, you can't equip both at once. Because it's technically a shield. Gotcha. Oh, whoops. So that means anyone that has a ring I don't know if that counts. I gotta fix her her lance. Yeah, her ring isn't equipped. So is it passive? Those crickets are loud.
In Bridget, we have legends. Stories containing people who have a spirit living inside of them. Those spirit people have much strength. They are maybe able to fly in the air or race across the ocean. Hair that shines and eyes that glow. They have qualities that are not unlike what you are looking like, Professor.
Well, I can't fly.
Are you knowing that for certain? Maybe you will have wings grow and soar through the sky.
Oh.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Although, I suppose, you are something to report. For a moment, I thought you were someone suspicious. Lucky for you, I am quite perceptive. It took only that single moment for me to recognize you. The professor went out and got some new power.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Welcome. Will this one do? Many thanks. Come back soon.
Hey there. Is this it? There you go. Come back anytime.
What do you require? Do you want to hire?
Ready for your command.
Farewell.
You've been granted this power by the goddess herself. Truly, you must be a very special individual. Maybe Saros transformed before receiving her revelation too.
I haven't heard anything about that before. Maybe that part never found its way into the legend?
It is told that Saros had a revelation, instructing her to use her power for good, and to lead the people of Fodlan to salvation. I wonder what sort of revelation you might have, Professor.
Hey there. Those students of yours will soon graduate and become unreachable royalty and nobility. You should show them respect now, or you might find yourself out of a job someday. No, One look at your students' faces, and it's apparent that would never happen. Even when your kids graduate, I bet they'll still think fondly of you. You'll always be professor to them. What?
Oh.
You there! I recently had an errand to run, and so I had to pass by the office. I didn't mean to, but I overheard Lady Rhea and Sedith arguing. Actually, it was more like Sedith was interrogating Lady Rhea.
People who live an inordinately long time, people whose hair changes color, and those odd heroes' relics. Is Fodlan some mystical land full of inhuman creatures?
Is it different outside
You should
Fodlan?
see for yourself. I'd recommend exploring west of the Empire.
Let me consider. Sometimes, I find myself thinking I should leave Garrick Mach and return to my home, where I should have been all along.
I won't stop you.
I hear that Lady Rhea will accompany you for this month's task. She's the pillar that supports the hearts of Fodlan's people. Her safety is paramount. I hope there are no complications.
Monica, no, Kranya. Kranya is dead. And so is Solon, by your hand. Taking vengeance with your own hand. I'm sure Gerald would be proud.
What? When you changed, even the other professors were taken completely by surprise. There's a ritual at the Holy Tomb this month, isn't there? I wonder what'll happen with that. I'm sure you'll be all right, but don't lose sight of who you really are, okay? However you may change, and whatever new power goes along with those changes, you'll still be the same person deep down. Remember that.
In our battle last month, we really cut the enemy down to size.
But there are other enemies we have yet to hunt down, not least the Flame Emperor. Once we've crushed them all, we can return to our peaceful lives at the monastery. It will happen soon. I have a feeling something big is coming.
Right.
Right.
Professor?
Whoa. When I first saw you, Professor, with that hair color and that eye color, I thought you looked kind of like Lady Rhea. Like maybe you could be related. I like the way it looks. I wonder if I could change my hair color too. Maybe if I tried hard enough. If I thought real hard about it, I mean.
That would be exciting, wouldn't it?
All I need to do is get trapped up in a strange place and then escape, right? Just like you did.
Oh, Professor! Ah, I'm sorry. That was rude. I didn't recognize you for a second.
I haven't changed on the inside.
I guess you're right. If I look hard, I can still tell it's you. What's up, Professor? Hey.
How are you, Professor? Did Hanneman make his I will do no harm speech or promise this won't hurt a bit when he asked to study you? Both? I've a bit of research I'd like to perform. Nothing so crass as Hanneman's poking, prodding, and drawing of blood. No, I wish to investigate crest power itself. Crest power must have some kind of limit, right? Lady Rhea says any limits must be the protection of the goddess, but that doesn't quite answer it for me. Huh? However,
Long ago, Saint Seros was gifted with a divine revelation from the goddess, as well as incredible power. Is that what happened to you too, Professor?
No way! The professor transformed before receiving any kind of divine revelation, right? Still, I wonder, does the fact that you've changed really mean you've been granted some kind of power?
If that's the case, then what sort of revelation can be gained from the ritual?
I'm guessing the revelation will just be a gentle reminder to use this new power to save the people of Fodlan. What else is there to say? You don't actually believe we're going to hear the voice of the goddess, do you?
You've been maybe it is. I wonder.
Oh, I'm already heavy. Huh? Hello. Professor. Hello.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll leave. Means 87 more class experience.
Nope.
I'd rather just get it done with for next. Just Shamir?
There's really no better place for my midday nap than under the shade of a nice big tree. The twittering of the little birds. It's like they're singing a lullaby just for me. Ah! Is that a dagger? Am I being ambushed?
Claude, why are you lazing about? You should be training.
Shamir! Is this your doing? Talk about unfriendly. Another inch and you would have sliced my handsome nose clean off my roguishly beautiful face.
But I didn't. Fortunately for you.
You know, if you wanted to give me a talking to, you could have done so with your words instead. That's how most people do the talking thing.
Conversation was not my intention.
Well, what then? A prank? That's not better. I thought we were under attack. I could have died from the shock.
Look closely at the dagger.
Is that... right. There's a poor spider impaled on it.
A poisonous spider. The tiniest bite from which can cause fever, headache, and relentless vomiting. Or worse.
Yikes. I guess this little guy is more vicious than he looks.
I noticed it descending towards your face.
Ah, so you saved me from a certain doom. Well, in that case, I'm sorry for questioning your motives. I promise to repay the favor someday.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wow, so that's what the greatest sniper of all the knights is capable of. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's Raphael. What's he doing at that desk? Hey, are you studying? I thought you'd given up on it. Nice to see her. What the?
Oh, Leone!
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
I just got a thank you letter from my little sister.
Okay, maybe start from the beginning.
My little sister lives with my grandpa now. She's had to deal with so much since I decided not to take over the family business.
You might have to back up a bit more before this starts to make sense to me.
Our parents were merchants, but they died in an accident. We had some money saved at first, but Grandpa isn't healthy enough to work, and I'm not smart enough to work a job that requires much thinking.
That's really tough. Hard to make a fortune with just your strength, I'm sure.
I had to sell all our valuables just to pay my way here so I could become a knight.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
My sister wants the best for me, but she's the smart one in the family. She's the one that should be here. When I ask if she needs anything, she always says she's fine. She doesn't want to ask me for anything, because she knows I'm having such a hard time here.
She sounds like a great kid. So, what did the letter say?
It says she's happy and thankful for all the study materials I sent her.
That's good, right? Wait, where did you find extras?
I couldn't find any, so I just sent her mine. It's like you said, right? It's better to give them to someone who will use them instead of letting them go to waste.
Don't take this the wrong way, but don't you still kind of need those? Well, I guess if it makes her happy, it's worth it. Maybe I can scrounge something up for her too.
Hello, Catherine. I thought I might find you here.
Is there something I can do for you, Ash?
Yes. Could you tell me what you know about this?
This is quite an old letter. Where'd you find it?
It was found in the bishop's room during the inquiry of the Western Church.
I see. It's one of the documents you collected.
This letter mentions my brother, Christoph Gaspar, by name. He was executed by the church for allegedly taking part in the tragedy of Dusker. I know you were the one who turned him over. But this letter isn't about that. It's about a plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. If my brother's name is in here, that means this plot predates the tragedy. So there was another plot against Lady Rhea in the past, and my brother was somehow involved.
Ah.
I can tell by your face that you know something. Tell me, Catherine. Please, I deserve to know.
Christoph was a good man. Maybe too good. It wasn't in his nature to mistrust people. So when the Western Church told him that Lady Rhea had to die for the goddess's sake, or the world's, he went along with it.
Just how well did you know my brother?
Christoph and I were friends. We were in the Blue Lion House together at the academy.
If you were friends, why did you hand him over to be executed? There must have been another way.
No. If there was another option, I'd have chosen it. But he was foolish. He went along with the plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. I wasn't motivated by a personal grudge. I had no choice but to turn him in. That much is true.
I can't believe that my brother would try to assassinate Lady Rhea. But if he did, that means the church was lying about his involvement in the tragedy of Dusker, doesn't it?
Lying is a strong word. The world was in chaos, and the church did what it had to. If people had known about the threat to Lady Rhea's life, the panic would only have worsened.
So you're saying everything in this letter is true?
You can choose what to believe. All I know is I let him die, and that's something I can never change. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Catherine, wait! Please!
All right.
Edelgard and Hubert have been busier than usual. Constantly coming and going, in and out of Garreg Mach. Perhaps they are doing something in the Empire. As the legitimate heir of the Eyre family, I have not heard anything about it. But if it were significant, I am sure my father would have told me. Oh, Professor. Here to recruit me, I presume? Well, the eldest son of House Eyre will not be so easily swayed.
Right.
Your hair! And your eyes! What happened to you?
You didn't lose something as a consequence of gaining these powers, did you?
I don't know yet.
Sometimes our frail bodies don't do well with excess power, so don't push yourself too hard.
Professor, please. If he hears it from you that he needs to rest, perhaps His Highness will listen.
He's exaggerating. He thinks my color is off and that rest will cure all. I have a headache, but that's just from lack of sleep. It's not going to stop me from completing this month's mission.
Don't overexert yourself.
I must insist. Who do you think you are? I can take care of myself to do.
Hurry up and cage the wild boar. Look, he's losing his grip. Even in his swordplay, he's getting sloppy. If he keeps progressing like this, he's going to get himself killed. Kranya, Solon, they're dead, but we still have a glut of enemies. We still have to take down the Death Knight and the Flame Emperor. Our next battle is fast approaching. I'm ready for it.
Professor.
Say.
In town earlier, there seemed to be more people around than usual. Is there some festival this month that I'm forgetting about?
Impressive.
Let me tell you. That's so.
You're so strong now. I'm starting to understand why you were appointed professor.
Hey, Professor.
No?
Professor!
Professor!
I see. Hey, Teach, is it okay for you to be out on your own right now? Just please be careful not to topple over again. You scared us nearly to death. Anyway, doesn't Rhea want something from you? Sounds important. I'm glad I'll be there to witness the ritual at the Holy Tomb. I want to see whether or not something happens with my own eyes.
No.
Professor.
Right.
Ah! Professor, sorry. You gave me a shock. Your hair and eye color are completely different. You just don't look like yourself anymore.
It's only my appearance that has changed.
Of course, you're right. I'm just being silly as usual. Huh?
Need something? See you again soon.
Hi. Right.
Holy fuck, I have a lot of lost items. Wax. That's yours.
I thought it was gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
I gotta get rid of all these if I can. Alright. Only place left I haven't checked is upstairs and over here. No, there's no person to talk to over here.
Well, I'll be.
That reminds me, all things considered, this year has been rather terrible. As far as the students are concerned, next month is the last one of the school year. Next month, we will hold the graduation ceremony, though it'll be an understandably subdued affair. This month, we ask that you carry out your duties as best you can, to ensure that our students remain calm.
To be honest, I cannot keep up with all that's been happening recently. Monica was actually Kranya. Tomas was actually Solon. Who were these people? What about you, Professor? You were a true ally, yes?
Of course, that's my intention.
Most convincing answer you could have given. Still, I simply must take you at your word. Oh, most kind. Thank you for bringing this to me.
Hey, you.
The Holy Tomb, huh? I've worked here for years, and this is the first I've heard of it. I mean, it does make some sense. Sort of. Something about it is still weird. I understand now why they'd build the monastery in the mountainous center of Fodlan. Although, when the monastery was built, the Kingdom and Alliance weren't even around yet. But look how cleverly it was placed, right in the middle of the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance. That's weird, right?
Recently, Professor, I feel as though you've been a bit distant. It's like you're sort of floating above the clouds, separate from other people. And like you've got no interest at all in ever coming back down. How can I help?
I don't know what to say to that.
Don't worry. I thought maybe I'd ask and see what you'd say.
Well...
Professor. Are you positive? Really? Your appearance is due to the influence of the Crest of Flames? Intriguing. Unfortunately, I have found no record of Nemesis's hair and eye color ever changing. However, if that transformation was brought on in part by the power of the Crest, that would be most, well, I suppose interesting is too small a word. Still, it would be an absolutely exceptional discovery. To know for certain, we must investigate further. So, close off. What? A full physical is in order, yes? We need to know if this transformation affected you adversely. Don't worry, it won't hurt a bit.
Professor, I am so happy! Your new hair and eye color suit you well. We make quite the pair. But recently, I sense that things are a bit strained between Lady Rhea and my brother. She wants to do something at the Holy Tomb. I do not know what, but... Whenever it has concluded, I hope they will return to their friendship, as it has always been.
Captain. Oh, Professor. How long have you been standing there? I didn't see you. I was just sorting through Captain Gerald's belongings. I haven't made much progress. I keep finding things that bring back memories. Clearing out this room of his belongings again, it's not easy. Oh, I will do whatever I can to excellent, no matter how... Captain. Oh, I was just haven't made clearing out...
Cool, we got another guy. That's yours.
This is mine. I thought it had vanished. Thanks. I owe you.
And soil goes to Ferdinand. Ash. Gilbert. Catherine. Caspar. Brendetta. Petra. Sylvain. Lysithia. Shamir. I haven't seen where Shamir is.
You haven't a thing to worry about. You have been gifted the power of the goddess. Furthermore, you have overcome the death of your father, Geralt, and you have destroyed countless of our wicked foes. I am proud, so very proud of who you have become.
Thank you.
Once we finish the ritual at the Holy Mausoleum, all will be well.
Ah, it is you. I am sorry, but I have a lot on my mind. I would prefer to be alone right now.
Alright, let's go give the items to all of them, and then we'll do our things for the week. So, Shamir.
Is Fodlan?
The animal bone dice.
Thanks. How did you know this was mine?
Those was Puppet. I said it was Gilbert. Right? Yes. And Catherine.
I hear that she's the... Ah, thank you for bringing me this. Life without it was difficult.
In our battle, but once we, it will happen.
Catherine was the weathered cloak.
Oh, this is mine. Thanks. I'm glad to have it back.
Ash.
I can't even... Hey, I've been looking for that. How'd you know?
Bernadette and Petra, so let's go to Petra first.
Hey! Hair that shine. I had lost the place of this. You have my thanks. Hey! Hi there! So sorry, Eden. It's so... I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
Sylvain. Lysithia. Caspar. Ferdinand.
You're so... Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
There's those two.
the but if it works.
Oh, I was looking for this. Thank you so much.
Your hair! Hey! That's mine! Thank you for finding it!
Oh! Oh, that's mine. Oh, thanks, Professor. You really saved the day.
Okay. Let's start with food.
That smell. This is delicious. This food is a revelation.
I like this dish. I enjoy it. I see. Cooking. I'll keep my voice down. This is no... You underestimated me. This is what I do. Of course I won. You underestimated me. You
Hmm.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Excuse me. Furthermore, I am...
Ah, I am sorry.
Okay, I think I'm gonna end it off there. I'm gonna just fish for a while, because if I'm noticing it, it's about 20 points per fish, give or take. So what was it, 3,000 and 3,010, right? Let's just do one more. We'll do two, actually. $3,000 total. So right now, we do it one more time. It's 2,980. So now it took 20. We'll do it one more time. $2,950. So that time it was 30. So it changes between 10 and 30 depending on how good you do. So I'm just gonna waste all these, buy the rest of them I can, and then waste those, and then we'll continue off next time. We're going into the next week. See you guys then.